we are fast approaching now our long-awaited objective at 150.34. 150.34 is a slightly descending channel top based on the spike low from the summer of 24 and the more recent April low. It is our ceiling of resistance. We've been expecting it since we closed above this descending channel top about 8 weeks ago. That is now at 90.66, well below the market. So we are closing in on 150.34. We're also including 153.13, the actual all-time high from January, as part of a range that can absorb buying through next week, through July, and even into the later third quarter. From the low 150s, we can fall back into what is now the low 130s. This is kind of our 3 to 5 week two-sided framework that I see could play out now. As you sell the 150.34 up to 153.13 region, we can fall away to the 132.41 rising channel bottom within 3 to 5 weeks, where we could bottom out on a monthly basis and round back up. Now, at some point, the market is going to close outside of this range and tip its hand one direction or the other. And of course, if we close above 153.13, that would set up the 174.25 longer-term rising channel top on the weekly chart. It spans about almost 2 years. It would be a 2 to 3 month objective with a settlement above 153.13. Now, and even if we don't close above 153.13, but we close above the 150.34 channel top by a full 1% margin, Friday, a 151.84 settlement or higher would be signal enough for me. But if you want to wait for a settlement above 153.13, I have no problem with that. But there is this obvious scenario that could play out where we close above 150.34 on Friday, but not above 153.13. We close at 151.84 or a little higher. That is a valid buy signal in my book. And then we just gap higher on Monday at 154, 155, and then you're into chasing the market. So I think you could scale into a long position if we close Friday at 151.84, buy some anyway, and buy the balance with a settlement above 153.13, 174.25, then likely within 2 to 3 months where we could top out through the rest of the year. That is the upside scenario. Until then, we can top out in the low 150s and fall back into what is now the low 130s. And closing below 132.41 over the next few weeks would be a significant sell signal event through July and into August. So now we're getting in kind of the day itself. 146.17 offers intraday support, above which bullish momentum short term for the day and into tomorrow remains firmly intact, expecting this 150.34 long-awaited objective over the next day or two. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. You get a 5-day free trial up front. You also get weekly Apple stock, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly S&P 500, weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis, and 2 stock picks every week. You can see that all by going to wickedstocks.com.